proud of what she will tell us about. Thank you for your attention.
Firstly, I would like to thank Ms. Deborah Taylor and Ms. Deborah Peters for allowing me to come today, and of course Ms. Christy Flood, who introduced me to this event and arranged for me to come today and speak with you all. My name is Inya-Agha. I am 17 years old, and I am from Fayetteville, Georgia. I am a Girl Scout in the Ambassador level, which is the highest level Girl Scout can reach, and I'm working on my Girl Scout Gold Award, which is the highest project that highest award a Girl Scout can receive, and she must go through 80 hours of community service on a project that she has come up with that is also sustainable and will help others in her community. So before I begin and tell you all what my project is about, I would like to tell you a story about my childhood. Give me a moment to pull up my notes. In February of 2010, my father sat my brother and I down on the couch after dinner so that we could have a talk. I was only 7 years old and in second grade at the time. He sat beside my mom and told the two of us that he had been diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, or CLL, and would have to go to the big hospital in the city. Being the child that I was, I did not understand what those words meant at the time or what they would mean for my father. However, it did not take me long to figure out what they meant, and the next 4 years were filled with chemotherapy. At the end of it all, my father was not the same man he had been 4 years before. Chemotherapy was not kind to him. His hair had fallen out, his skin had peeled. At times, he was even covered in hives. There were multiple times when my mother prepared my brother and I in the event that my dad did die. I cannot express all that his cancer has taken from me and what it has taken from others. They say when someone is diagnosed with cancer, all of their loved ones are affected as well. Cancer is a ravenous, unrelenting beast, and it takes what it wants, and it doesn't go down without a fight. I am proud to say that my family is one of the lucky ones. Though the 6 different types of chemotherapy did not work for my father's leukemia, the doctors at Emory University Hospital presented us with a solution: a stem cell transplant, a procedure where the stem cells of a matching donor are transplanted into a cancer patient's body, wiping out the patient's entire immune system and replacing it with healthy cells from the donor. It was a very risky procedure, known to cause death in up to 30% of its patients, but my father agreed, knowing it was his only chance at survival. Fortunately, he did not have to search far for a donor. His sister proved to be a close enough match for him. 5 years ago, in September of 2014, my father received his stem cell transplant and hasn't stopped fighting since. Even as he stared death in the face, he did not back down. He has been in remission for several years now. The experience of watching him struggle, suffer, and fight for his life has changed me. From a young age, I was forced to mature and see the world in a different light. His cancer, though it took away a piece of my childhood, has turned me into a fighter, and has made me into the fighter I am today. Because of him, I have chosen to enter the medical field and become a doctor who can help people who are struggling just like my father did. I want to save lives. I want to give hope back to little girls just like me, whose fathers were in just as much pain as mine was. But I can't do that alone. I need your help in order to save lives. You see, every 3 minutes, someone in the world is diagnosed with blood cancer, the same disease that almost took my father's life. And just like him, they may need a stem cell transplant. The problem with these procedures is that in order for a donor to be a match for you, they must be of the same ethnic background as the patient, or the patient's body will reject the cells. As it currently stands today, Africans and African Americans make up only 4% of the worldwide donor registry. When a person who looks like us searches the registry, they have a 22% chance of finding a match, versus a white or European person's 77% chance. Look around the room at the women around you. If you and 3 other people were diagnosed with a blood cancer, only one of you would find a suitable match on the registry. In my opinion, that is completely unacceptable. As a race, we need to stand up for our people who cannot help themselves and who cannot survive on their own. And what I'm asking today of you is not necessarily money, it is only your time. because I have partnered with the Be the Match Registry, who is reaching out to minorities in order to increase the ethnic background of the stem cell and bone marrow donor registry. And that sounds like something long and very complicated, but all that I ask of you is either to donate to them, whether it's money or your cells, and join the registry and help those that are like us, who cannot help themselves right now and are fighting to survive. And I will further explain the process of donating and how you can sign up for the registry. But first, I would like to ask, does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I don't have any questions, but I would like to share that our little sister, Vivian and I,
Yes, ma'am.
our sister came down with multiple myeloma,
I'm so sorry.
and she too had stem cell process. She was a candidate because of her age. And sometimes, as you know, people cannot have the stem cell because they are not a candidate unless they have that, you know, the money, more money. But it was all done at Emory Hospital in 2009, and she's doing quite well. Thank the Lord.
That's
So
good.
How you can help your organization Be the Match and help people who are suffering from blood cancer is you can go to their website online and sign up for the registry through their process online, and they will send a swab kit to your house. The process of signing up is easy. The process of swabbing is easy. All you need to do is swab the inside of your mouth, send it back to Be the Match, and they will alert you if you are a possible match for someone who needs a stem cell or bone marrow transplant. It is completely free. All that you need to donate is your time, because Be the Match will cover all the procedures that you have to go through in order to be a donor and to donate to someone. If you do not feel comfortable donating yourself, you can alert other people who are within the age range or even donate money to Be the Match. And all that I ask of you, if you are going to donate a good money, is that tell others about this organization who's helping other people who can't help themselves. Yes, ma'am?
You mentioned age range. What is the
The age range is 18 to 44 if you want to receive a donor kit for free, but if you are 44 to 60, you can receive a kit, but there will be a monetary charge. Are there any other questions?
Do you have any literature that you can leave for us?
Yes, I do, Mom.
It's right here. She forgot. It's up here.
We have these flyers from Be the Match that give more information than what I'm here to talk about with you today, such as how you can give, how you can fundraise for them, how you can volunteer, and how you can join. Also, if you look back there at my mom, she's holding up a flyer that includes the link where you can go to sign up and also a QR code you can scan. Are there any other questions?
What's the, if you're a donor, how much time, is it like a couple of hours you go in during the surgery, or do they extract your bone marrow and then transplant to the other person?
The process of getting stem cells and getting bone marrow are two different procedures, but if you're getting stem cells, it's similar to getting plasma. Has anyone here done that before? It's similar to getting plasma or getting blood. It's not an invasive procedure, but for getting bone marrow, there will involve some drilling into your pelvic bone, but yes, it sounds scary, but this procedure is to save someone's life. I may be speaking just for myself, but I would be willing to go through that and then giving someone their mother, their sister, their brother back. The procedures that I mentioned will be of no charge to you. Be the Match covers all the procedures, and just your time and your cells are what we really need.
So you can't donate if you're over 60?
No, ma'am. If you, how the registry works, if you get onto the registry before the age of 60 and you are never called, you will eventually age off of the registry. And if you're above 60, there are no options for donating. Any more questions?
And the bone marrow transplant process, my dad has amyloidosis, which is abnormal protein spilling into his urine. So he had to have a bone marrow transplant as well. And, so he received that as well, but the procedure, it sounds bad, but you are sedated. And there's some drilling, sometimes it's not even, it's pelvic bone, sometimes it can also be a spine. And, but it's not, I mean, it's something that I would be willing to do, because I looked to see if I was a match for my dad, and I wasn't, but it's not, you can be comfortable in doing this. It's not long at all, and he did it outpatient. Yeah, so you can do that. And it also depends on your other comorbidities, what other things you have going on, but for most standard people, you can do that and then walk out of the office, just as long as you let the sedation wear off. It's not bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When you hear drilling, it sounds like, yeah,
The process of getting stem cells, there's little to no downtime because it's similar to donating blood. You'll be a little bit woozy, a little bit out of it, but it's nothing, it's nowhere near as bad as it sounds.
Could this procedure help people with sickle cell?
Not only do stem cell and bone marrow transplants help people with blood cancers, but also people with conditions like sickle cell, which primarily affects African Americans. There are other conditions that can be treated with these transplants, but I am not very well versed in that, and I am mostly here to talk to you about blood cancer. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert, I'm doing my best.
This kind of opens up the whole dialogue about African Americans and us not donating, period. We don't donate blood, we don't donate plasma, we just don't as a culture. And there's trying to be a lot of education toward that, but we just haven't gotten it yet. And I think we're doing a great job talking about that, but it just opens up we're not donating like we should.
And I understand that we do have a reason for that, and we've been treated in the past.
Right.
But this procedure is not, as honest as it's going to sound, an attempt of the government to mess with us as they've done in the past. This is purely to help each other. We can only help each other. Because someone that looks like me, someone who's half African American and half African, if I were to go on the registry right now and search for a donor, and I have blood cancer, there would be virtually no chance of me finding someone. And that is because we as a culture don't know about this, about these people that have these conditions, and that only we can help each other. Only African Americans can donate to African Americans. And we can't leave our mothers, our fathers, our brothers and sisters stranded like this. We have to step up to the plate and no one else can do it for us. Sustainability after she is finished. This award is so prestigious that in the United States military, if a woman has a Girl Scout League award, she goes in a rank above her peers when she has this award.